I am looking for an unrelated match donor for my bone marrow transplant.
This is where we come in. Hi, we are Matches for Minorities, a student-led organization dedicated to raising awareness for the urgent need for more bone marrow donors, especially within the underrepresented minority communities in our world.
We've been proud to work with the National Marrow Donor Program to help grow the Bone Marrow Donor Registry. Through community events, we've added over 100 new donors. Each one is a potential match for someone fighting blood cancer. At benefit concerts and presentations, we've raised over $2,000 for NMDP's Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander enrollment program, supporting individuals who often struggle to find a match. We've also visited campuses like UCLA, spreading awareness and handing out sign-up kits, personally recruiting another 50 donors in the process. Every donor we recruit is another step towards saving a life, and every dollar we raise increases the equity, access, and hope for patients in need.
When it comes to matching donors to patient, there is a genetic component involved. The best match for a patient is typically found through a donor who shares the same ethnic background. Due to the specificity of the genetic makeup in the current NMDP or National Marrow Donor Program's registry, many patients struggle with being able to find a match. As seen in the pie graph displayed on this slide, only around 40% of donors are ethnically diverse. 9% of donors are Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander. 13% are Hispanic, and 8% are African American. Because the registry is less ethnically diverse, that makes it harder and less likely for patients who are ethnically diverse to find someone who can be a potential match and donor for them. Our goal at Matches for Minorities is to bring awareness to this issue in hopes to increase the diversity of the registry.
Unlike common misconceptions, blood type doesn't determine a donor's compatibility for blood stem transplants. Instead, matches are based on human leukocyte antigens. These HLAs are protein markers found in almost every cell in the human body. The immune system uses these cells to determine whether a cell belongs in the body or is a foreign invader, such as a transplant. The complexity and specificity involved in the pairing process makes identifying a suitable donor an arduous and intricate procedure. The urgency also places immense emotional strain on patients and their families, while also requiring exceptional precision from the medical teams supporting them.
A super simple and straightforward way to make an impact for patients with blood cancer or other blood disorders is signing up to join the NMDP registry, a quick 5-minute process to see if you can be a potential match for a patient in the system. If you are, there are 2 main ways to donate. 90% of patients donate peripheral blood stem cells, which is similar to donating plasma or platelets. It is a non-surgical process with a recovery time of 1 to 2 days. Although side effects may vary between every person, some common ones are headaches or muscle aches similar to ones from a cold. However, they typically go away shortly after donation. The other 10% of patients donate bone marrow, which may seem like a more painful and scary process, but it really isn't that bad. It is surgical, which is where some misconceptions may come in, but it is done under general anesthesia, so the actual donation is painless. The process involves doctors using a needle to withdraw liquid marrow from the back of the pelvic bone, and the recovery time for patients to get back to their usual routines is typically between 1 day to a week. Some side effects and risks may include sore throats from the anesthesia, back or hip aches, and soreness or fatigue. One daunting part when it comes to donation may feel like the cost, monetarily and time-wise. However, NMDP covers all expenses, including all medical procedures relating to donation, transportation fares and meals, professional costs like lost wages, and personal fees like childcare or pet boarding, which makes for the process to be as simple and stress-free for the donor as possible.
Our solution has a 3-year timeline. In the first year of our plan, we have begun to build relations with other organizations such as NMDP and API AHF to collaborate with these well-established organizations throughout our years. We have also begun to recruit ambassadors and build our team as we reach out to our friends, peers, and mentors to help contribute and lead our organization while holding monthly check-ins to distribute and follow up on our responsibilities. We are also formalizing our structure internally, as we want to secure a position with a fiscal sponsorship and also becoming a 501c3 organization, while solidifying our leadership roles to build a strong foundation for years to come.
For the second year of our plan, we will focus on expanding nationwide by launching chapters, building strategic partnerships, and establishing a national advisory board to engage with experts and youth leaders. Our chapter growth will center on starter kits, packets which explain our missions, our goals, and methods, along with key resources and local contact points. We'll also create an application and onboarding process to recruit youth leaders. To find them, we'll use our current network and expanding the membership base to identify individuals who can establish chapters within their regions. We'll also connect with diversity groups, such as Black Student Union, Asian American Pacific Islander organizations, or other underrepresented groups, to build partnerships that support bone marrow donor outreach. Lastly, we'll form a national advisory board of experts and motivated youth to guide the organization by sharing ideas, assisting with event planning, and helping to allocate funding. They will take on leadership roles that will prove fundamental for our organization. For year 3 of our plan, we're going to be focusing on international expansion. This will be composed of 3 main steps: global partnerships, digital and cross-border outreach, and planting roots in ethnically diverse regions. First, let's talk about global partnerships. By collaborating with international bone marrow registries such as the World Marrow Donor Association and DKMS, we will be ensuring that we have a network of like-minded people with similar goals and have similar resources in order to further reach more people. In addition, we'll be contacting embassies, consulates, and cultural centers to reach ethnically diverse minorities abroad. Next, with digital and cross-border outreach. This will focus mainly around multilingual educational content. Right now, we have people on our team who can speak natively and fluently Chinese, Mandarin, Korean, and Spanish. This will ensure that we have the resources and the ability to make sure that we can reach people who might not speak the same language as us, and if we're wanting to expand internationally, this is essential. Through global webinars, social media challenges, and donor drives, we will ensure that we have access to as many people as possible and people have awareness that we exist. Finally, through planting roots in ethnically diverse regions, we will make sure that we can serve as many people and as many minorities as possible. We will start in areas with diverse, underserved ethnic populations, such as the UK, Canada, and Australia. As you can see with these countries, they all have a broad and very diverse population, among which many of which are underserved within the bone marrow associations. So by doing so, we will make sure that we can reach each and every one of them. In addition, by recruiting regional embassies and starting international chapters, we'll make sure that all needs are met.
Millions across the globe still continue to be affected by life-threatening diseases such as leukemia and sickle cell anemia without access to a bone marrow donor. For many, especially those from minority communities, the odds are stacked up against them since the registry lacks diversity. By spreading awareness, registering as donors, and amplifying underrepresented voices, we can give more patients a real chance at life. Help us save lives one match at a time. Thank you for listening.